Hey, so next we're going to talk about party organizations. So, selecting party leaders, there are three ways to select party leaders. This is either through parliamentary party conventions, and direct membership vote. So, parliamentary party selects the leader in some countries. This is very internal. People who are selected are ones who have experience. They don't need the financial backing, and it's very exclusive. So it doesn't get to advocate and represent the voices of many other citizens. Party conventions, however, do include party members who are there and delegates, so elected MPs and other people who are affiliated and committed to the party who vote at these meetings. However, it still lacks the full, true democratic representation, as those who are not fully committed to the party might not be able to afford to attend these conventions, and people who are fully committed to the party are given more favor and more control and power to vote. And this is done by a successive ballot. So it's basically everyone chooses the person they prefer. If they don't receive a certain amount of votes, then there's a recount with the lowest loser being dropped. Next one is selection by direct membership. So this includes everybody. Every party member has the same equal opportunity to choose the candidates. So this makes it easier for people who cannot spend or devote their time to attend the leadership convention, because people pay to attend the party convention. And the more you're committed to the party convention, the more willing or, the less reluctant you are to pay. So this is the most democratic way. However, direct membership vote systems can place people who aren't even strongly affiliated with the party and just volunteering on the party's behalf as leaders when they don't have a true attachment to the party. Now, removing a leader can be pretty contentious. Some leaders resign if they know that they've done poor leaderships, but others stay even when it's apparent that they're not doing a great job. So, legislation was passed in 2014 that allowed each party's caucus to decide if they want to adopt a process to conduct a leadership review and interim leader. So, candidate selection. Usually, the Liberal Party gives its leader the right to appoint a number of candidates without the vote of party members. However, there is some bias. Party members are chosen based on their position and their experience and their background. So people who have gloomy or blurry backgrounds are usually not chosen and are eliminated from the nomination process. And some have selection committees. And when we go on to gender quotas, some parties or some constitutional laws of countries require a certain amount of women to be nominated as candidates. So parties who fail to do this will receive less funding for their operations, and their candidates will be rejected. However, this will reduce the ability of party members to select their preferred candidate when these women that are being selected does not necessarily mean that they're going to improve the position of women in politics. In terms of our Canadian parties, the NDP has made this important to them by having females represent winnable constituencies. And the Liberal Party allows this as well too. The Conservative Party has not made any efforts. And primary election, which is used in the States for party numbers, gives citizens the vote for their preferred candidate that they want to choose. So it's open up. It's not as restricted and restrained as us. And it allows people without any experience like Donald Trump to go in and run. Now, party policy. So parties with mass origins usually take a formal matter in determining how they're going to pursue their policies. They allow the party convention to assume and form their policies. Prior to the 1960s, PC parties and liberal parties did not have a party convention. It was extremely exclusive to the parties itself with Qatar origins. But party leaders also have kind of like veto power to control the process of discussing adopting resolutions at conventions, and to ensure that what they're discussing does not harm their platform. And they're more likely to have an effective voice in candidates and leadership selection than in determining policies that their party will pursue. This is usually the jurisdiction of party leaders who don't want things to harm their public image and who want to make sure that their efforts are being made to gain public support. The party caucus and party government. So this is closed door meeting of the party's parliamentary members. So this may include all the elected MPs of the party, because a party can have people participating, but they're not all MPs and they're not all fully attached to the party. They could just be volunteering for a term, agree with what the party does. So this includes parties that are tightly organized, and this has their elected members, so people who are serious, and they exercise considerable influence because at the end of the day they're going to be representing people in parliament. So they generally do support positions of people who are in the caucus more than people who are just amateurly supporting.